Hey guys, so welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the test account and we are going to be looking at the trials of Rimuru. Now overall, it seems like this hero, being a mage hero, being a damage hero, is going to be really broken. A lot of players are saying that it is going to replace Ainz, that it could even replace Rem, but let's go ahead and run through the trial and see what it looks like. Now, of course, looking at the trial, it's not super indicative on how much damage they're going to do because we can't see the hero in a lot of different game modes. We can't see the full kind of optimal build. And of course, this is kind of a stationary battle, but it gives us a general rule of kind of where the hero is falling. And I want to see some of the formations. Now, a lot of players say to run the hero first by himself and see exactly where he comes in. And I want to do just that. I want to see where exactly the hero is going to come in. The survivability. Now, we know Mage Hero is teleported right there from Kelthon. There's the ultimate ability and literally cuts through everybody in their entirety. So on a 5v1, 50.53 million damage. And that is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Now, of course, we can go ahead and we can increase the level between these two just to kind of get it closer. And you'll notice that how fast he ults. That's the one thing that I do want to point out right in the very, very beginning. And it's kind of crazy because if you look, he only has this little teeny tiny ult bar because his magical energy is coming up when they meet. So right there, when they do meet in the middle and he's not being crowd controlled, the ultimate ability goes off. So he's going to have the ability to actually ult very, very fast within combat. And I'm almost wondering if some heroes like Rowan with the potion would make a big difference on having him ult kind of right off the bat. Now, this is a crowd control team. And again, looking at his energy, he's already about 50 to 60% full, depending on which way the combat goes. Then, of course, he just literally cuts through everybody with that ultimate ability, and it affects everyone. So when you think of Rem hitting everyone in the battle, when you think of Ainz, when you think of the awakened version of Belinda, it literally just dices through everybody, putting up a considerable amount of damage. But even there, 3 million, 18, 11, going to be interesting to see. Let's try him in a couple formations, and then we'll go ahead. We'll move up the levels, because this one is pretty defensive. I mean, we have double tanks here, but as you can see, his power goes kind of up, back and forth, which Naruko is usually a monster. Right there was the awakened version of Sophia, so he didn't even have a chance to attack. So let's hop out and see where we're going. So let's go, what, 10 more levels or 100 more levels here. Let's go to 510 and see what this looks like. So now we have a pretty decent deficiency. And I want to see, so we have a call on him. I don't think I have very many. See, we don't have very many down here. But remember, he's a mage, and I'm thinking something like the Windbinder. I know I don't have the collections and everything else on here, but looking at something like the Windbinder, I'm almost wondering, because remember, that's going to give him the energy he needs at the beginning. And let's see what this looks like. So boom. I mean, he's a couple seconds in, and there is the ultimate. Still cut through a lot of heroes. 90 million damage in there. Now, of course, that's the other part we wanted to test, is putting him with something like the Windbinder, which of course Wing Warden might work, but I want to get that instant energy and seeing exactly kind of the survivability of him as himself to see, yeah, see, even there, he's going to need somebody else. So thinking of, and I don't think we have access to other hero. No, we don't have access to his counterpart, and it didn't seem like they're going to go together. But let's see some of the instant crowd control, and let's throw him a tank. So let's go ahead, let's put a Mishka in here. I know, kind of an older tank, but let's see if we can get some of this instant crowd control, kind of what it's going to look like in a couple different formations. Because there's boom, there's the crowd control, there's the ult. Really, guys, look at the damage, and there's another ult. Wow, you talk about just alt crazy. Yeah, 105 million right there. That is pretty incredible how fast he ults. Wonder even the delay to come into battle. That would be another one. And let me see, where do we have a good, looking for a good, probably solid buffer. Let's throw some buffs in here and see exactly what he does. Now, of course, this is going to have Jerome come in by himself because we do have Leica in here. But I'm almost wondering, yeah, he comes in full health, so off the bat. and just cuts through everybody. 125, 51. It's pretty. Let me try. And of course, again, this is just going to be interesting to see because I feel like when it comes to some dimensional heroes, so let's see even down here, like an Albedo, let's swap these two and see what this kind of looks like. Because of course, Albedo is going to amplify what Rimuru is doing with the damage. And look at that. They take a lot of damage. And of course, energy's kind of coming back and forth. Boom. Look at how fast he ults, guys. Holy smokes. That is pretty impressive. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. 357 million damage in there. And it almost seems like I wonder if you could put like a Rosaline in there. I'm thinking of just the energy factor of getting him to ult faster is kind of interesting. Where is she at? Right there. Let me have her follow Rimuru. Yeah, it's not even gonna be 108 million. That's kind of crazy on how fast. So let's take and put some more buffers. I'm almost thinking like Lava Tune. Where is Demia? Where are some of these heavier? And of course, some of these are really, really built out, guys. When you're looking at the plus 40 signature items, there we got a lot of buffs up on the team. There's the ult. Just cuts through everything. 101.42. So overall, I mean, you're having Lava Tune. And again, level deficiencies, there's a incredible amount of variables. Now, of course, this is at a much higher level. There's the ult. Again, it does just kind of cut through everybody. And he ults so fast. Kind of crazy, 132. Again, it seems like damage-wise, I figured he would be a lot higher for damage. Yeah, even there, we didn't even get the ult. 67.48. Let's go a couple levels higher. Let's see if we can get him to perform a little bit higher. There we go. So now we're what, 200? So 200 level deficiency. Let's see what it looks like with Albedo. Albedo goes down, but there's the ult. Yeah. Not a lot of survivability with the hero. But I didn't expect, I mean, when you're looking at 200 level deficiencies or level 200 deficiency, but look at the damage, guys. And it looks like the bars, like they're just losing an incredible amount of health. Got Drez trying to take us down here. 192, but even 115 right there. Let's see another 50 level deficiency in here. There's the Black Flame. There's the ult. It looks like some of the animations are bringing everything else up here. So let's see where, yeah, 357. That's what it seems like. You're going to have to, let's even hop out. Now, of course, when you think about a lot of game modes within AFK Arena, a lot of them are right on the same level. So even running him, at a pretty high level deficiency, is not really what we see a lot of times. Let me throw in some crowd control right there, and we'll put Joan. We'll put a couple buffers in here. What I mean by that is when you start looking at a lot of game modes are around the same level. So level deficiency is not going to make a real big difference when it comes to how well the hero is going to perform. But it just seems like Rimuru ults very fast. I mean, usually 1 or 2 casts, and there he goes right up in the air again. Water droplets just burn through everybody. Then a couple seconds later, right back at it. I feel like some of these battles where you start again getting some higher level heroes, even running Albedo in there. Because remember, this is a pretty well built Rimuru. And of course, getting through Mizoth, the giant meatball. Tank is holding his own. This is why a lot of players do like Mizoth, even though, again, utility-wise, I'm not really used anywhere. But he was always a monster, and he used to eat you. So right there, the ultimate ability he used to have. And I don't think we're going to get through this one with double support, but he used to actually devour you into his stomach, which is pretty cool. But where are we at? Yeah, even look at Mulan. Guys, I mean, 810 million damage in there. Again, it seems like decent, but not too absolute crazy that I thought we would see, because I remember when we seen Rem and when we seen a couple other heroes that it was just kind of broken with the amount of damage these heroes were putting out in a very, very short amount of time. Let's throw Nyla in there. See, because as another support, as another damage dealer, even there, the energy factor. That's what I mean. The ultimate abilities that we see from this hero is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of mass ults. And even looking at that, I mean, look at the ults. I mean, I don't even know. Right in the beginning, boom, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you're talking 4 ults in 18 seconds, which is pretty incredible. And again, that's 4 ults in 18 seconds. Let me see a little bit more of a defensive. Let's throw in a fully built Hildwyn. See if this makes a difference with shielding. Now, shield went up on Rosaline right there. There, of course, is the dragon. Yeah, the alt animations in here are kind of crazy when you leave them all on. Talk about if you want to drag a battle out. Now, Rimuru did go down on that one. 197, yeah, 372, 178. Again, guys, kind of interesting to see kind of the test with him. And I thought we'd have a little bit more of the damage scaling, which essentially, I mean, we've seen it before where they've released a hero, didn't quite do enough damage for what they were kind of thinking. And I don't know if this might be the case, but it seems like, you know, the 960% of the attack rating, even looking at fully built, I don't know if the attack rating is scaled high enough to do really that astronomical damage like we've seen with Ainz, where majority of the time when Ainz ulted, that's it, it was game over, you won the battle, because Ainz would almost literally decimate everybody that was on there. But it is still very early, guys. Now, of course, if you're looking to get these heroes free to play, save your resources, that way you can do the exchange. But that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.